Всем привет, дорогие мои, с вами Новогодний. Так, не начинай меня оскорблять полными матами. Я никого не обманываю, поэтому... Hellpant тут выходит пока что только на VR, но пока я не знаю, когда он выйдет, поэтому вот так вот. VR у меня, естественно, нету. Попросить, если попросить, никто не даст. Так что... Поностальгируем с первой частью, так что давай. Резкая чувствительность. Давай. Начало как в этом.
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual
Начало как в
Experience.
шестой части.
Fazbear Entertainment is excited to join the digital age, and what better way to do that than with an edge-of-your-seat virtual reality experience?
Прикольно. Куда мы едем? Откуда мы едем? Зачем мы едем?
We know that Fazbear Entertainment has developed something of a bad reputation over the last few
Freddy.
decades, and while it's true that some stories associated with our name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic. Lawsuits pending. But we aren't above laughing at ourselves. Ha ha ha. That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios, lies that you've been fed over the last several years into a hilarious VR game, in the hopes that we can finally move past these childish ghost stories and develop a new relationship with you, as well as your kids. Don't forget the merch, perfect for birthdays. So sit back and enjoy a few scares.
Камера.
We do, however, ask that you agree to a
Добро
simple waiver
пожаловать в
before you
команду.
play.
Что?
It's mostly just legal mumbo-jumbo
не вижу,
and
не
isn't
понимаю.
at all based
Слишком
on user
быстро.
experiences thus far or injuries
Самые
associated with
важные
testing.
моменты
Just
собраны
touch
в
the button to
одной.
agree, and then we can jump right into some harmless fun that can't harm you at all in any harmful way. Thank you for playing the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience.
Как только выйдет Hellpant 2 на ПК, обязательно об этом напиши.
You acknowledge that Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for accidental digital consciousness transference, real-world manifestations of digital characters, nightmares, night terrors, night sweats.
Что я умею делать больше всего, так это ремонтировать. Так что давай поиграем.
Welcome back to Parts and Bonnie's guitar is out of tune and must be recalibrated. First, we must access the harmonization
Я
module
половину
located inside
понимаю,
his
но
secondary
я
throat
давно
pipe.
играла так
To access
на
the throat
телефоне. И
pipe,
то,
both
когда
eyes must
играла
first
в
be
эту
removed.
починку, у него глаза
You must be as
вот здесь
precise as
вот
possible when
выпадали.
removing the eyes from their respective sockets. First, firmly grip Bonnie's left eye.
Так, я вернула субтитры, поэтому... О! Вкусно! Вкусно! Блин, зачем мне эти конфетки показали? Иди туда. С возвращением запишите ремонт. О нет, похоже, гитара Бонни расстроена. Ее надо настроить. Сначала нужно добраться до модуля гармонизации, расположенного Выкиньте глаза. Можно тоже вот так выкинуть глаза.
First, firmly grip Bonnie's left eye and carefully remove it from its socket. Great job. Deposit the left eye in the cleaning receptacle on your left.
Лево.
Well done. Now, firmly grip Bonnie's right eye and deposit the right eye in the cleaning receptacle on your right.
Да.
Good job. To open Bonnie's faceplate, carefully press the two buttons located on either side of Bonnie's jaw. When done correctly, you should... Well done. You now have access to Bonnie's harmonization module. Press the blinking button inside Bonnie's secondary throat pipe to enter... Something is not right. One of those notes is out of tune. You may push the button again to replay the audio check. Press the colored button that corresponds to the incorrect note.
Последний был. С какой стороны он начинается? Вот, нормально. Ага, я поняла. Вот этот.
Press the blinking button again to verify your work. Great job. Bonnie is in tune and ready for his solo. Let's close him up. Simply replace both eyes in the same order that you removed them, then close up the faceplate, and we'll call it a day.
Сначала левый или правый? Вот этот? Вот этот? Этот был вот здесь. Вот здесь. И этот был вот здесь. Теперь закрываем вот эту хрень.
Well done. That concludes your parts and services task. See you next time.
Вкусно. Я банку тоже съела или что? Ладно, допустим. Можно дальше починить. Конфетки. Ага. Никого нет. Ну, бывает. Да еще конфетки. Дайте мне конфетки. Жалко, больше нет конфеток. Хоть в игре пою. Чика! О боже, на ней кусок пиццы. Ну ладно. Давай этот режим. Поиграем, попробуем все. Угу. Понятно. То везде надо выживать. Угу. Да выключи ты. А тут есть? Да, тут есть! Вентилятор. Сложно на VR играть. Например, вот так вот, когда типа не очень удобно. Должен наводить на это все. Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises. А тут вообще ни хрена не вижу. Бла-бла-бла. Да, может звучать паршиво, но должен наводить на это все. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years, I never got it down. А тут вообще ни хрена не вижу. Бла-бла-бла. Да, может звучать паршиво, но понимаю, на самом деле волноваться не о чем. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah. It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now concerning your safety, the only real risk to you... Там Чика ходит! Там Чика ходит! Я ведь... Там Чика шла! If they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with crossbeams, wire, свет. Я зря это сделала, я знаю, но все равно. Круто! Круто, 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 круто. Давай fnaf 2. Попробуем.
Hello? Hello? Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old locations, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots seeing you as an endoskeleton without a costume on and wanting to stuff you into a suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have lights, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Фух, наконец-таки он замолчал. Hello. Есть теперь фаш-жетон, есть фаш-жетон, ура. О, я успела. Ни хрена. Я как чувствую. Ух ты! Фантай Фокси! Съесть? Ну, какой милый! О, превьюшечка! Я знаю, я гений. Я гений-то. Я съела Фантай Фокси фигурку. Круто! Ночь 2. Ну, давай FNAF 3. FNAF 3 там особо делать нефиг. Потому что в первой части там спрингтрапа.
Hey, glad you came back for another night. I promise it'll be a lot more interesting this time. We found some great new relics over the weekend, and we're out tracking down a new lead right now. So, let me just update you real quick, then you can get to work.
Hello?
Like, the attraction opens in like a week, so we have to make sure everything works and nothing catches on fire. When the place opens, people will come in at the opposite end of the building and work their way toward you, then past you, and out the end. Yeah, you've officially become part of the attraction. You'll be starring as a security guard. So not only will you be monitoring the people on the camera as they pass through, you know, to make sure no one steals anything or makes out in the corner, but you'll also be a part of the show. It'll make it feel really authentic, I think. Now let me tell you about what's new. We found another set of drawings.
Я молчу, потому что я слушаю его болтовню, которую не понимаю, не читаю субтитры. Я не знаю, что сказать. Я не знаю, где этот шнырь хренается.
Right now the place is basically just,
Давай
you know,
попробуем найти
flashing
какого-нибудь
lights,
скримера
moving
этих.
props. I honestly thought we'd have more by now. We don't have something really cool by next week, so we may have to suit you up in a furry suit and make you walk around saying, "Boo."
Вот эту ночь пройдем, и будет замечательно. Я извиняюсь, немножко память моя меня подвела. У нас уже 5 часов, я уже починила тут вентиляцию, систему камер, потому что я не знаю почему, ну ладно. Вот уже тут 5 часов. И извиняюсь как раз таки, потому что у меня слетела вебочка. Память долбаная меня достала! Постоянно чикать. Полетела. Куда? Вот. Так, ну а на этом все. Всем удачи и всем пока-пока. Ждите от меня новый ролик по Hellwanted 2, как его все называют, FNAF 10. Поэтому оставляй свой комментарий, ставь лайк на этот ролик, если он тебе понравился. Пиши свои идеи, пиши о том, что ты думаешь. И не забывай подписываться на мой телеграм-канал. Ссылочка ниже в описании и в описании самого канала. Так что всем удачи, всем пока-пока.